coverage today. This is how the leaderboard looks. Around the midway mark of the rounds for our feature group, it is Hwami, who has a 2-stroke advantage at 12 under par, in a group with Lee Dong-eun, who is only at 1 under today thus far, and So-gyo Rim. Yoo-hyun Jo, of course, who is no stranger to the winner's circle, has been as steady and consistent as it gets. 68, 69, and on pace for a 66. Of course, the back 9 is where things will truly be decided. I'm excited to get there very, very soon. It was a very wet, rain-filled, windy Friday afternoon. The weather was much more cooperative yesterday, and today, despite the overcast skies, the temperatures are much more pleasant, hovering around 20 degrees as we begin our broadcast today. These players, though, they've been out and at work for a couple. Just past 1 p.m. local time in Gyeonggi-do. We'll begin with Lee Dong-eun, par 5 with the driver. She fared today? It's a fair question. We can go through her front 9 very quickly. It was pretty even Stevens, lots of pars. Every single hole, in fact, other than 6 when she birdied at the par 4. So-hyun, a left to right breaking punt, and the birdie will drop. Take her up to 7 under. That is tied for 6th position. She is certainly trending towards her best round of the 3. Already, she is up to 4 under for the day. Hwang Jung-min, she's found great success on number 10, beginning and ending the back 9 with a par 5. We're playing the west course of the 88. A very flat hole relative to some of the drastic elevation changes that we see on the back 9. Park June was a little bit short after the approach, so she had the opportunity to play a short chip. 2 under for her after her round of 67 yesterday. She's tied for 3rd at the turn. Birdies at 1 and 6. And as we outlined yesterday, So-gyo Rim is very much looking as though she is going to put up a career best finish today, trying to improve upon her tie for 5th position that she was able to record earlier this year at the 15th Lotte Open. Here's Yoo-hyun Jo, 10 under at 10, trying to keep pace with the narrow miss to the inside of the cup. Second in the prize money list and the leader in the points ranking. She settles for par here. EA1, it has been a quiet first 9 holes for her. She is exactly where she was when the day began. 6 under, down 4 spots, currently tied for 10th, trying to change that here with a birdie. And perhaps that can kickstart the round. Can absolutely never count her out. She is in pursuit of her 4th win of the season and 10th in her young, blossoming career. Slight downhill. She was delicate with the speeds. Knowing there wouldn't be much in the way of break, it is par. pin placement today in this final round. 11 yards off the front, 8 yards from the left fringe. If you squint your eyes, you might just be able to make out the pin in the middle of your screen. It's up 10 meters as well, as Hwami had 275 remaining. Rides the outer edge of the fairway, but stays in it. She's 2 for 2.
귀가 약간 들어가네. 수면. 딱 센터. 그냥 나무 사이까지도 괜찮아. 네, 하겠습니다.
268 for Sogyo Reem. She went to the other side of the fairway, left. Turning the hybrid to the wood. She stayed left. In fact, she went more to the inside of the fairway. She's off into the rough, which will make the approach just a hair more tricky. Completes the second shot to the par 5 from our featured group. They will walk in and likely be grabbing various combinations of wedges. Sohyun playing her second on number 12. Whoa, shouts the gallery. She is able to stay on the green. She'll mark off and wait a moment for her turn to punt. Fortunately, after Friday, we haven't had much in the way of rain and quite a lot of wind as well. So couple that with the inherently built-in drainage systems, this won't play too thick. She'll need a little extra club, that goes without saying. greens as well, but not enough power on the wedge shot to reach the green. She's staying in the rough. Eugene is back to the birdie column for the first time since hole number 7. She improves to 6 under par. Went pin seeking and is met with just rewards. What's on the line for Hong Jung-min today? Well, we've talked about the purse. Her share of it would be 216 million won should she hold on. I think that's good for at least third, maybe even up to second, depending on how the others around her fare. She won the KLPGA Championship in May, won the Mediheal Hangugobo Championship in August, looking to add an October title to her CV as well. Next will be Lee Dong-eun, who has been perfect through 2 shots. Just as impressive as Hong Jung-min. Hoping that the back 9 is full with many more birdies than she was able to acquire on the front. Over to 12, Bae So-hyun. Downhill, she barely gave this a nudge. So she gets 80% of the way to the hole and will need one and hopefully just one more putt. Excellent touch from just off the green, Sung Na, the rookie. Close to holing out. So Hyun abandoned it. She knew pretty quick that it wasn't going to be par. So she relinquishes the stroke she had just gained on the 11th and returns to 6 under par. Sogyo Ream would be the birdie, so that's certainly mission accomplished. Second at 11, 2 hops on the green and rolling off the back of it. Lee Dong-eun plays that quick and plays that left. She was anticipating more of a hill. She just struck it way too firm. right up there with more pinpoint, precise shots on the first few holes of the back nine by far. That's certainly in birdie range.
플레이하겠습니다.
Only 1.2 meters, Hong Jung-min to make it a 3-stroke lead. 4 of them since hole number 4. She is comfortably in front of Yoo-hyun Jo now and starting to put some serious distance on people even outside of the top 5. To the bottom of the hole. Hyun with the 5-iron, teeing off with the 160-meter par 3-13. Both tee shots in the group worthy of celebration. Pin high. Jo just trying to keep pace. Oh, she certainly can't bogey. Well, momentum in the sport is one heck of an advantage, and she has all of it right now.
여기가 딱 낙구 지점인데
그러니까.
왼쪽으로 확 당기면 그래야 되겠는데.
그러니까 딱 지금.
Dropping that downhill from the tee blocks into the fairway. Youngin just needs the wedges and the putters to join in on the action. She has driven so well. believe Sogyo-ri. Unfortunately for her, she is just into the rough. The three members of the group are away. Simply rolled in, Chung Min-ji gets back to even par for the round. At the 22nd with 5 holes remaining. Well, Jung Min's advantage is up to 3 strokes thanks to her birdie on hole number 10. Sogyo-ri Manidongen in her group at 1 under and 2 under, respectively. The advantage is 3. Peng Min-ji shot a remarkable 67 to move into the top 10 today. The same score where we find EA1. Even par 6 under as the leaders are starting to leave her behind. Take a quick break and be back on the other side with more as our final round coverage of the K-Food Nolboo Hwami Masters continues. back. What a shot to begin with. Following directly in line with the pin at the right side of the green today. And June. 135-meter par 4 is the third shortest of the 12 that we have. Pardon me. And also Hwami, 8-iron, just missing the fairway. It's 130. Slightly uphill as well. Over the sand she needs to go. She rolls it through the grass, separating the greens. That is really, really well played. Successful drive from Jo. Next up is Lee Dong-eun, her 9-iron. Straight shot once again over the sand. It's all the way to the back. We'll just roll onto the fringe. That's a really good miss if you want to split hairs. And it's only a miss because it won't count as a green in regulation, but it's essentially the same putt as what Hwami will face. Said her short game needs to come back alive to have any chance to keep up with Hong Jung-min. Eight-iron for her. Interesting club selection. Not a full swing by any means. Luxury with how well she's putting. The buffer she's already built. Pars will be her best friend on the way in. She's at 13 under. 14 seems like it's enough to force a playoff, but likely even win the tournament. She's mostly there already. So many passionate KLPGA supporters out. Growing numbers following the featured groups in. Jung-min certainly putting on a show. Just a couple of holes further along, Sung Eugene is looking for 7 under with an uphill left breaking putt. And that turns into back-to-back birdies, and 5 of them combined for the day so far. Now 9-iron for Jo, 118 meters to go. She goes right at it. Just a few meters away from her birdie. Of this back 9 will fly quick with the par 5s already behind us until the very end. Two putt is A-okay. Hits the flag. Worried for a moment that she was going to be long and maybe even off, but the flag stick is a huge favor, and that should all but guarantee a birdie. Dayan is going to get it on the putt. Dramatic birdie, her fourth now today. She can play bogey-free golf through 13 holes and is now up to 8 under. As expected, Lee Dong-in is going to putt here at 11. She's frustrated because she gave herself a chance, but wasn't close enough to really feel confident in the stroke. Side of the green on the fringe, call that success. Okay, so Hyun in a pitching wedge, 109 meters. There she goes. I wonder if that would roll on, but no, it does stay on the fringe. To turn that into a birdie as well.
그거는 나 조금 봐야 될 것 같아. 끝에가 제일 더 이쪽으로 돌아서 해야 될 것 같아. 앞에 움직이지만 말아주세요.
Joe with Hong Jung-min parring has an opportunity to close the gap to 2. Oh, perfectly on line, but quick. Benefit of hindsight, she might have preferred to keep the flag in. So Hyun now putting from the fringe to about 20 centimeters. trying to avoid a bogey. It would take her to +1 for the round. Under the pressure.
네, 플레이하겠습니다. 네, 플레이하겠습니다.
Well, it was a close call, but after 11 holes, Home Jungmin's advantage stays at 3. June, after 5 patient holes, is back in the birdie column. That's her third after a dozen and is within 3. Off the green. Just over top of the right edge. I'm really not enjoying the putter at the moment. That's a couple of holes in a row. Birdie at 12 yesterday for Sogyorin. On Friday. Front row seats for the gallery. The souvenir for the supporters.
미안한데
아,
8번 홀스타를 투볼 타야 리스하셔야 됩니다.
알겠습니다. 어구.
momentary delay, waiting for the final player to finish at the par 3. We're good to go.
네, 하겠습니다. 카메라 소리 안 나게 해주세요.
Well, we had just seen the centrally located pin. This first tee shot goes all the way to the left fringe.
플레이하겠습니다.
Second tee shot belongs to Yoo-Hyun Jo. 6 iron is her selection.
돌아.
Hot on their heels is Hong Jung-min's group. This is our leader's approach at the 12th. 115 meters to go with a 9 iron. Blowing right at it with a little bit of help with the tailwind. Just about pin high and inside of 4 meters. Not to be outdone. 2 brilliant approaches at 12. The bar's been set pretty high. Lee Dong-gun is understandably mindful of the overhanging branch.
위원님만 보면 돼요.
밑에 인조 그 전기가 바뀌었거든요.
네.
Meantime, we'll go to 14 Idaeon. It's 141 meters beneath the fairway from the sand trap. Straight up in the air. It's going to be mid-right. Roll through the fringe. That's an excellent recovery from the sand. As you don't have concern in terms of the lie of her ball.
일단은 여기까지는 있거든요. 여기부터 없거든요. 일단 여기 하나 꽂고 저쪽도 가까운데 해서 찾아볼게요. 일단 여기 하나 하고, 왜냐면 스윙 그냥 피해야 되니까. 그리고 여기는 어디까지? 여기다 하나 꽂아볼까요? 그러면 드라이버를 한번 측정해볼까 어디가 갈까? 네. 그러면 한번 측정해볼까요? 그럼 여기를 NPCR로 해서 한 컬러 할게요. 감사합니다. 네. 네.
Now you hear Joe from the other side of the green. Rolls that most of the way back towards the middle. Getting a green light to go ahead and take the shot. The wind starting to pick up as well, helping to guide her towards the back fringe.
마크하고.
저 꼬라진 한 번만 해볼게요. 나가는 나가겠다.
Hitting the right ball. Penalty to Lee Dong-eun. The tee shot she needed. Here's Park Jun. We start this bottom and hope to stay straight. The hill ran out of speed.
플레이겠습니다.
Now from the back corner. Just a little over 1.5 meters away. Ending a hole full of detours. Joe to avoid a bogey at 13. Not quite. Touch the edge. Maybe one more tap of the putter. It's now 4 holes without a birdie and her first drop of the afternoon.
아, 연주 같다, 진짜. 응? 진짜. 까만한 빨간 얼굴인데 치마에 빨간 치마 입었어? 진짜 무서운
Well, Yan had a chance to see 9 under
이제 하얀색이 빨간
after
얼굴.
the birdie. She's misread the putts and will stay at 8. That's a par.
잠시만요.
Hong Jung-min would consider this a big bonus. 3.9 meters for 14 under par. Too much break. It's great news for everyone not named Hong Jung-min that she is staying at least with a semblance of close. And he done good. She'll be pleasantly, or she will feel like it's a pleasant departure from this hole. Over to 14. Here's Park Ju-young playing a 9 iron. She's at 7 under. And right up the flag to set up a rather makeable birdie.
나이스 버디.
Into the birdie column, 4 under par. The first of the day, it just took 15 holes. And the season's best is now tied for 17th. Sung and up. Rookie looking for eagle and finding an eagle. One swing of the club vaults her into a tie for second, 3 back.
와.
She is now 6 under after 14 holes. What an incredible shot. Dayan after a close call for the birdie. Tee off on the final par 3 of her round.
Oh, good.
Very good indeed. Over to 14. Behind the teeing ground, Yu Hyun-jo blasts off down the mountainside.
네, 하겠습니다. 네, 하겠습니다.
6 holes remain. First par 3 for the group comprising the top 3 after 36 holes. Sogyo Rin goes off to the back fringe with her first shot. Sangana doing some landscaping. Park Ju-yeon, her group mate, is beaming like a sibling. It's right up there with the shots of the week. An eagle. This rookie has hardly put a foot wrong. Next to tee off is Hong Jung-min. Gets to be pin high, and with the putter working as well as hers has. She might quickly see 14 under beside her name. Well, it's no eagle, but it's still a very well-worked hole from Park Ju-yeon. Taps in her birdie. Vibes are high in that group, and for good reason. Pretty exceptional way to end our first hour here at the 88. Hong Jung-min is likely about a minute away from seeing 14 under par. It would move her to 5 under through 13 holes. Sangana, who is trying to reel in Kim Shi-hyun in the final handful of events this season, is up to 10 under par, 3 back. And Lee Dong-eun struggles. Continue today. She's +1 and 7 under. Back in a few for more at the K-Food Nolboo Hwami Masters. back for hour number 2, and it is starting to feel increasingly likely that we know who's going to win this tournament, but the top 10 is very much still up in the air. Highs and lows of the round so far. She has felt them both. That's a nice birdie, though. Lee Dong-eun to get back to even par. This is a tough putt, lots of break. She judged it well, all things considered. Shouldn't even need to mark that. Quickly solidifying the par. 1 par 3 to another. It's a 5-iron for Sung Eun-ah. He's 69 points behind Kim Shi-hyun. 27th event of her rookie season. Fellow rookie Sokyo Reem also having quite the weekend. 2 towards the top 3. A strong showing from the next generation. With a little bit of a left to right breeze. Is that inside 3 meters? The lead would go to 4. It's only 1.2 meters away. With a rare mistake. She's had a couple of those close calls. There is a parallel universe where she's at 15 under par. One chip from the fringe. Preparation, and the par slipped in. Not as close as she would like to be. The second to last hole, it's Sung Eugene choosing 8-iron, 118 meters to go, looking for the back right corner. She certainly reached the back. She can manage that putt. Taking. June could get there. this lengthy birdie.
플레이하겠습니다. 나이스 파!
하겠습니다.
Rookie Sokiori. To the right hillside, kicks back down closer to the fairway. One is frustrated. Plus to save the par. She'll go to +2. Long putt for birdie up the hill into the wind. Next to play, Hong Jung-min. Cut for that birdie, Sung Eugene. She's up to 6 today. 8 under with 17 holes under her belt. Back one of the strokes. She just won with her eagle, missing the par. Makes it back-to-back to 9 under par, 3 of them on the back 9 alone. The top 5 now.
지금 드릴까요?
네.
네, 그렇습니다. 카메라 한 번만 보고 파이팅 한 번만 좀 부탁드려도 될까요?
Reeling up.
감사합니다. 맛있게 드세요. 한 번 좀 부탁 좀 드리겠습니다. 파이팅. 감사합니다. 맛있게 드세요.
60이거든.
왼쪽?
왼쪽. 못 찍고.
그냥 다치면 딱 맞을 거야. 플레이 하겠습니다. 소리 안 나게 해주세요.
All right, a perfect look down. Sogyo Reem to attack this 14th green first. 9 iron. Over the sands to the right side of the green. It's a little bit short.
플레이 하겠습니다.
Similar lie, although closer to the fairway for Hong Jung-min. Haven't seen her have a miss quite like that in a long while this week. The club selection wrong. Joe at 15. Bit of a cruising headwind as well. Sand avoids the water, but is short. Back on track, Sungana after her bogey. You have to really look to nitpick how she's played today. She has been so good. .50-degree wedge. Lee Dong-eun gets closest to the pin. Over to 16, Ida Yeon. Eyes went wide and this even had a little bit of a sarcastic eye roll. She's not how she read the green. Unable to make up any more ground. That was a chance to go to 10 under. Park Ju-young, Ida Yeon, Sunguna, and Yoo-hyun Jo tied for 4th. Sogyo Reem and Park Hae-jun, the co-runners-up at the moment. And a little bit of an interesting moment for Hong Jung-min. She goes over the green at 14, and will try to get up and down for par to sustain her 3-stroke lead in the final round. 108 players began this tournament. After yesterday's second round, we cut the field down to 63, and now, with just a handful of holes remaining, it's time to finalize the finishing order. The first one for the record books. This inaugural tournament, 1.2 billion up for grabs, tied for the biggest payday for a 3-round tournament. It's a pretty big splash that both K-Fu, Nolboo, and Hwami are making. Interest, coverage, and sponsorship with this prestigious golf tour grows by this season. Sun in as at 9 under. This is a pitching wedge up on 16, trying to stay close to the front and doing exactly that. This is the green. He's able to twirl that in to within tap-in distance. And just stopping a revolution or two short. Close call for Soguri. Back to the par 3. June putting across the green and into the wind. Lee Dong-eun misses out on a chance to go to 8 under. He really has not found much joy with that putter today. June also snake bitten at the moment. First drop shot of the day. It takes it to third. Now 4 back. And Jung-min got the 4th best par saves this week. And now this run-in just got a whole lot more interesting. Leads down to 2 with 4 holes to play. Hope such problems for young Joe.
네. 파이팅 한 번만 좀 부탁드려도 될까요? 하나, 둘, 셋.
화이팅.
감사합니다. 맛있게 드세요.
Many photos that she will likely be taking.
부탁 좀 하나 드리겠습니다. 파이팅 한 번만 좀 부탁드려요. 하나, 둘, 셋. 파이팅. 감사합니다. 맛있게 드세요.
Ground to cover. Gian's left about 3 meters off.
파워 보고 그냥 크게 넘겨.
fountain, rolling through the fringe and onto the green. First tee shot is a success. Songina 4, 10 under, but a bit too much right to left break for her to handle. Joe next to tee off. Each of the final two par fairways today. Young, she's at 4 under. This is her final hole of the tournament. That's a very good approach. Iron for Hong Jung-min. Normally, you could logically say maybe it's the late round yips. Nerves starting to get to her. This is not uncharted territory for her, though. On the approach. Fantastic play. Makes birdies a whole lot easier. Well, just 10 minutes after our last update, it's a whole lot closer. Hong Jung-min and Seokyo Rim separated by just 2 strokes, having played their tee shots on the final par 3 of the tournament. Lee Dong-eun still at +1, just hanging on to a spot inside of the top 10. 5 p.m. local time in Hwami. Final running. 88 cuts of the Hwami and her group. Despite a recent and dramatic turn of events, still likely feels like it is going to produce our champion. It's not over until it's over. Actually, June trying to capitalize and get back into the runner-up position. Short wedge onto the green. Playing this to start near the fringe, straightening out and just slowing up at the last moment.
오히려 홀컵 쪽에서는 없죠. 시장은. 여기서 약간 오르막.
So Gilream for a birdie at 15.
Okay.
Off a bit more than she could chew with the tee shot. She'll settle for a par. After a lovely wedge shot. Probably could have used the wedge to take care of the remaining distance. So Eugene at the last doesn't have one more birdie in her. Would finalize the tournament score. 8 under par. Next up is Yuki Joe at 16. Moves kindly for us just in time to see the ball somehow roll onto and past the inside edge.
아이언이 쳐야 된다. 뭘 차이냐면 웨지지. S 이런 걸로 치면 내가 딱 원하는 거리가 가면 봐봐. 공 위에서 이렇게
Yeah, that's disappointing. Ju isn't able to get to 10 under either. Others have gone slightly cold.
더 차이가 나네.
Eugene, 67, still far and away her best outing of the week. 8 under and sole position of 8th. Sole possession, pardon me, after 54 holes. Over to 17, Song Ana, the setup shots. Finds middle of the green, exactly where her group mates also went. Strong tee shot up the hill.
시작하겠습니다.
Is the next to drive and sends it into the fairway as well.
이동 멈춰주세요.
Joe close to her birdie. She takes the par and takes the first shot of the 17th. It's too bad too, that would have moved her level with Sogyo Reem. Her second position, 10 under. Down to the final 3 holes. Will return to the 16th after a quick reset.
또 오니까 바로나 약간 우측.
The final countdown. 16, 17, 18, and maybe a playoff with the way things are trending. Sokyo Reem is hot on the heels of Hong Jung-min. If she can play this approach in tight, she can continue to ratchet up the pressure. Just pin high and absolutely dream of birdie on her walk to the green.
알겠습니다.
Jung-min has chosen a 7-iron. It's 118 meters out. Not been her typical self. That's closer to her average, but still leaving a bit to be desired. But breaks too much in the final few moments. Joe plays fabulous golf the last hour. Okay, June. Here a bit thicker of a ball strike as she had some extra grass to deal with in the rough. At 18. End of a long par 5. Between the greens. Final research done for Lee Dong-eun. Now trying to convert on this birdie. 6 meters out, and it's going to break hard left as it goes down the hill. It's delicate. It's very close to dropping. second. She is up on the hill at 18. And blasts that hybrid back into the fairway. Young had no such troubles with the drive and joins her pals in a tight little bunch. Jungmin looking to get back to 13 still. It's always going to be a lengthy putt.
선수가 자전거 또 나온다. 뭔가 하겠지. 좋다. 샷!
Zidayan dribbling back on the green.
좋아하는 거네. 다음 주도 있으니까.
Huge opportunity for Sogyo Reem here, only 1.5 meters. She could move within one with 2 holes to play. Just gonna move offline at the end. Share of the top 10 finish, 70 in the final round. Yoon Jo for 10. Another close call. Lena Young certainly made things interesting in this final round, shooting a 67. She would have loved to have picked up a couple more birdies in the opening round, but ultimately 9 under is quite the result. Back on 17, Park June with a close call, but nothing to show for it.
하겠습니다.
second remains at 2 with 2 holes to play. Wind at her back. It's a very common miss. Away with the rest of her group. Last par 4. Should we need a playoff? We need back here at 18. Channeling all of her vast experience into the final round for the ages. She was very much in the spotlight yesterday. Cooled off today, but channeled some of that fantastic play into her last approach. It's as close as it can get. 1 bogey, 1 birdie. Hong Jung-min and So Gil-reem, and suddenly it is a shootout on 18. 2 holes, but perhaps a playoff. Any number of possibilities still in the final hour. That begins when we come back from this commercial break. The K-Food Nolboo Hwami Masters, live on the KLPGA Tour. decisive third and final hour of the third and final rounds here in Yongin. This is Sangina off the back right corner of the 18th green, the rookie. Out for a par, 15 centimeters away. Approach. Reaffirm our focus on 17 shortly. First, though, Yulin. Even par today. It is her highest of the 3 rounds, finishing just outside of the top 10. Min towards the back right corner. Good enough for at least a par, but she has aspirations for a little more. To 10 under. What a performance from her today. Sangina 67 as well. Great showing. And the rookies sharing a moment together after 18 holes.
빠졌어 파란팀인데.
The A1, it's been a tough day, no doubt about it. It's down to 5 under. She fails to reach the green in regulation.
뭐 있었나? 왜 얘를 왜 튀어? Goes pin high. You can putt or chip from there. I'm curious to see which one she chooses.
아빠랑 있어. 많이 봐야 5m니까.
That leaves you, Hyun-jo. It's not impossible that 10 under would be enough for a playoff. It's unlikely. Hyun-jo has a chance to throw that right in the mix. The ring. So Gyorim starting close to the fringe. It was tracking back. Two putts is the par.
네, 플레이하겠습니다.
Hong Jung-min just a little bit short. She is ensuring that it's going to stay interesting to the bitter end. And now Lee Dong-eun fails to get her birdie.
네, 알겠습니다.
Everything comes down to 18. 3 groups remain. June from off the green. It's a decent first attempt.
오케이. 아, 조금만 아래야. 뭐 거의 피치 같네.
Taking her time. Yoo Hyun-jo, knowing the importance of 10 under in the context of where we currently sit. .6 meters. And she comes close. This isn't gonna cut it. She played about 90 to 95% perfect golf. Final round, starting from behind. A few more birdies than a 70. Credit to her, still inside the top 5. Another strong showing from one of the tour's best this season. She just runs out of runway.
오케이, 굿.
beginning and groups finishing. We go back with EA1, putting from the fringe. Unfortunately, par for the course, based on how this fourth round has gone, or third round, pardon me, has gone for her. The final round.
샷.
Par might be enough. Birdie definitely wins it. One down. She'll hope it's just 3 to go. You can hardly believe it. That is not what she needed at just the wrong time. One more putt at the end. Shoots a 71 in the final round, tied for 7th, 8 under. Over par in the final round, dropping out of the top 10, 68, 70, 73 for 5 under.
많이 있잖아요. 떨어집니다.
오, 잘 쳤다.
Final research.
네모난 거 있잖아요.
저기 100m인가? 저게 거리막 똑바로 거죠. 저기 땡겼다가 패션.
알겠습니다. 선생님 안쪽으로 좀만 들어가 주세요.
292, Hong Jung-min. This is the setup shot.
아직까지 실수 안 하네.
좋았다, 좋았다.
Setup she does well. Comes down to this. Park Ju-young ascending the leaderboard, same score as both Lee Da-yeon and Sung Eun-han. Can't forget about Sung Eugene either. All 67s. Lee Dong-eun on her final hole would love to get back to even par. So Lee Chae-eun 266 still the score to beat today, and Jung-min might just win this thing with the 7th. Back to wrap up the rounds. Maybe preview a playoff. The final group on 18 on Championship Sunday. Here we go then. Time to see if we can't determine the check. Lee Dong-eun in a battle with herself right now. 117. Converts on a birdie. She can get back to even par. What does that mean for the standings? Well, she would go to 8 under par and would be tied for 7th with Sung Eugene, Park Ju. Your pin drop on 18. The gallery understands the importance of these shots. Tucks that inside the right edge of the green. It will be a longer putt than she would have preferred. The maths are quite simple. Sylvia Reem needs a birdie. It also means I'm going to need to drop a stroke. She can only focus on what she can control. Both she and the leader have 3 of them. This final hole, it's 104 meters, 67 meters beneath the pin from the fairway here. Tournament on the hinges on this shot. That will certainly do enough to at least put the pressure on Jung-min, who in the last 5 or 6 holes has not played her wedges nearly as well as she had done in the first half of the round in particular. She has not birdied since hole number 10. To be fair, she still doesn't need to. She just has to avoid bogey. She had picked up on the 14th. 102 for our leader. Absolutely plays that into 2-putt territory. Supporters filling up the cart paths, and soon we'll take over the fairways. Front row seats will likely be the final putts of the day. Hwang Jung-min marches onto the green. She'll soon hear her name announced with the rest of her group. She might hear it multiple
갤러리
times in the
여러분,
next
마지막
half an hour if she
챔피언조
can hang on for the
홍정민,
victory.
이동은, 서교림 선수가 그린으로 입장하고 있습니다. 가장 먼저 올 시즌 DB그룹 제39회 한국여자 오픈 골프 선수권 대회 5승으로 생애 첫 승을 메이저 대회로 장식한 이동은 선수를 소개합니다. 이어서 시즌 상금 랭킹 52, 신인상 포인트 3위를 기록 중인 서교림 선수입니다. 마지막으로 올 시즌 메이저 대회 크리스 FNC 제47회 KLPGA 챔피언십 그리고 메릴 한국일보 챔피언십 우승까지 2승을 추가해서 통산 3승을 기록 중인 홍정민 선수를 소개합니다.
Well-attended final rounds. Historic venue. Jung-min far away from moving upon the best year of her career so far. Having a little piece of history of her own. First ever winner of this tournament. Of the time has this distance fallen in 2025. But it's a chance for an even par final round Sunday. Let's see what she has up her sleeve. Will she need the speeds? Tails in towards the cup at the end. Let's be honest, it was hole number 8. The par 5 on which she double bogeyed. Couldn't seem to mentally recover from there. 9 straight pars. Assuming she can tap that in 10 in a row. So it's going to be career best. Last time she finished on the podium, and the only other time in her career she finished on the podium was on the Dream Tour last year, the Farmer Research Ray Duran Dream Tour Grand Final. She came close to even doing better than that by winning a tournament. She needs this putt to fall for Hwami to 3 putts. .4 meters. And she has her birdie. Guaranteed no worse than second position as she equals her fabulous 68 in the opening round. Leaves Hwami Young behind and will be heading home with at least 132 million won. The 66 yesterday really solidified what would become a top 10 finish with this par, and cements herself in 9th. 70, 66, 73. Now it all comes down to this. 2 putts wins the title. KLPGA Championship in May, another title in August, and with 1.5 meters, a victory in the autumn. This is Hwami to win the inaugural K-Food Nolboo Hwami Masters with a par. History made, I hope it will be a very long
큰 박수로 축하해 주시기 바랍니다.
밥 2번 사야겠다. 버터. 진맛.
한 걸로 넣지.
어떻게 해야 돼? 4만개요. 풀면 돼요?
season earnings almost reach 1.3 billion won.
뿌려도 돼요? 뿌릴게요.
Trying to do it as we
감사.
go through award presentations. The hall that may very well be as possible. Has taken the top spots.
국물 안 나왔어요?
Rankings. Just a handful of events still to play.
한 번만 더 칠게요. 네, 카메라 올라가면은 이거 한번 해주세요. 네. 할게요.
Just to go to a 30 win of the season, a major champion for the first
네,
time.
잠시 안내 말씀을 드리겠습니다. K푸드 놀부 화미 마스터즈 시상식은 잠시 후 마지막 조 선수들의 스코어 접수가 끝나는 대로 이곳 18번 홀 그린에서 진행될 예정입니다.
When the birdies started to dry up on the way out, another birdie from 4 under. 14 under at the time. From going 4 under through 10 holes was enough of a buffer to just manage her way in as she claims another title on the KLPGA Tour. Scorecards will be signed.
근데 리더보드가 없어가지고 저 긴가민가 했어. 어디? 그래서 8번으로
A little earlier than normal, that's just fine. Look back, it's the tale of Championship Sunday. It started close. After 36 holes, and the field was cut down. We had a general idea of who we should watch out for today, but as always, there are twists and turns. Anytime a championship is decided. Hwami was at 9 under, shooting 68 and then 67 in the first 2 rounds. 1 stroke on Lee Dong-yeon, 2 on Sergio Hee-jun and Yu-hyun-jo as well. The first handful of holes. Looking for position. 33 was an incredibly popular score for just about everyone in the top 10, save for Lee Dong-yeon. Sergio Reem starting the day with a par. That every other hole, 2nd through 6th, would end up with a birdie. Reem was cruising as well, though. The wedges in particular on the front 9 were a sight to turn. To 12 under par, the score she would eventually win with. At the time, she still had 10 more holes to try to fend off the chasing pack. This one of the knots of the day, surely. Understandably celebrated by the gallery and exchanging a high five of the incredulous variety with her caddy. She was very much right on the heels of Hwami. At that point would go to 10 under. Unbeknownst to her at the time, it was the last birdie of the tournament. Started to cool down ever so slightly. The pressure would continue. It wasn't without some missteps along the way. At 12, Jo had a chance to would have no such misfortune. So that would be her last bird of the day, just as things got more frustrating. Jo, the slow, sorrowful nod of acceptance that he's going to have to fight the putter a little bit. The shot of the day from the rookie, Sung an eagle from the fairway on the 14th. To 10 under par at the time. Into the runner-up position. Hong Jung-min on the par 3. Play a tee shot pin high, just about perfect, but unable to put any more distance between herself and the 3 players at the time who were tied at 10 under par. One of those players would drop off at Mark Sangana on the 15th bogey. Go to 9 under par is where she ended up finishing. Putney June also covers 15th bogey as well. 2 from her on the way in. Still, despite being able to find birdies, what she did a really good job of was avoiding those bogeys. To pick one up on the 14th, would drop back to 12 under par. We would see this then on the 16th. Long way out, near masterpiece with the putter. And Jo would just have to save a par, and Seo Reed sail in a fantastic approach at the 16th, but you're noticing a theme, aren't you? Putters went colds on the back 9 for everyone except for Park Joo-young. On her way into what would become a 3rd place finish. 67. Best round of the weekend, up to double digits. Just one of 3 players to reach that mark. Cut it. So good to her credit. Have some more golf to play. 68, 69, 68 for a career best finish for Seo Reed. First attempt of 2. Narrow miss to the inside, but just got word that we are ready to begin the awards presentation down at 18. So let's throw it down to the green.
네, 안녕하세요. 감사합니다. 감사합니다. 저는 사실 보기 이후에 흐름이 조금 안 좋아서 우승에 대한 확신은 잘 없었고요. 그냥 바람이 많이 부니까 잘 지키는 플레이를 해보자 했는데 그게 잘 됐던 것 같아요. 네. 네, 많이 있었어요. 그때 이후로 조금 더 긴장이 됐고 샷 정확도도 전에보다 살짝 떨어지면서 버디 기회가 조금 안 오면서 긴장이 더 됐던 것 같아요. 그런 것 같아요. 그냥 긴장은 많이 하는 편인데 안면 근육이 그냥 그런 거 아닌가. 제가 일부러 포커페이스를 한다기보다 그런 것 같아요. 그리고 또 제가 등수가 어느 위치에 있는지 잘 몰랐었어가지고 리더보드 확인을 못했거든요. 그래서 또 포커페이스가 된 것 같아요. 저는 올 초부터 상금왕을 목표로 조금 하고 있었는데요. 조금 멀어져 있었던 상황이라 욕심을 버리고 있었는데 지금은 또 집에 가서 등수를 확인을 해봐야 될 것 같습니다. 네. 올해는 아직 상위 중에 있고요. 근데 저는 올림픽을 목표로 하는 거는 변치 않고 있습니다. 이제 몇 대회 안 남았기 때문에 조금 더 집중력을 끌어올려서 한 번 더 우승을 쌓고 싶고 지금 올 시즌 어느 때보다 컨디션이 좋기 때문에 충분히 가능할 거라고 생각합니다. 사실 이번 대회가 남다른 감회가 있는 게 제가 항상 엄마랑 같이 다니는데 이번 대회는 저 혼자 왔어요. 그 혼자 와서 처음 기록한 우승이기 때문에 좀 더 남다른 것 같습니다. 감사합니다. 저 한마디만 더 해도 될까요? 저 지금까지 이렇게 믿고 지지해주신 CJ 스포츠 마케팅 부서 너무 감사드립니다. 감사합니다. 감사합니다.
빨강이 그냥 빨강이 아니고 이상한 빨강 아니에요? 와인빛 나는
그라데이션이 이 전부 거기인데 얼굴 붉은 거 아니야?
네, 여러분 안녕하십니까? K푸드 놀부 hwami 마스터즈 시상식 진행을 맡은 SBS골프 아나운서 진달래입니다. 반갑습니다. 올해 1회 대회를 맞이한 K푸드 놀부 hwami 마스터즈는 대한민국을 대표하는 외식 전문 프랜차이즈 기업 놀부와 식자재 제조 유통 전문 기업 화미가 공동으로 주최하는 대회입니다. 지난 3일간 응원해주신 모든 골프 팬분들께 주최자를 대신해서 감사의 말씀을 드리겠습니다. 그럼 지금부터 필라델을 장식할 시상식을 시작하겠습니다. 시상에 앞서 본대회 내빈분들 소개가 있겠습니다. 호명되신 내빈분들은 자리에서 한 발 앞으로 나오셔서 간단하게 인사를 부탁드리겠습니다. 먼저 주최사인 놀부 황희 이사회 박미희 의장님을 소개해드립니다. 큰 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 다음으로 주관사인 KLPGA 김순희 수석 부회장님을 소개해드립니다. 역시나 박수 부탁드릴게요. 자, 그럼 지금부터 KL푸드 놀부 황희 마스터즈 영광의 챔피언 시상을 진행하겠습니다. 명승부로 기억될 이번 대회 초대 챔피언 3라운드 합계 204타 12언더파를 기록한 홍정민 선수입니다. 축하합니다. 자, 이번 KL푸드 놀부 황희 마스터즈 초대 챔피언 홍정민 선수 시즌 3승을 기록했고요. 통산 4승을 달성하게 됐습니다. 자, 먼저 KLPGA 김순희 수석 부회장님께서 한국의 멋과 아름다움을 담은 전통 두루마기를 전달해 주시겠습니다. 자, 수석 부회장님께서 전통 두루마기를 직접 입혀주고 계십니다. 여러분 박수 함께 보내주시죠. 정말 잘 어울리는데요. 자, 영광의 초대 챔피언에게 전통 두루마기가 수여됐습니다. 그리고 계속해서 챔피언 홍목거리를 전달해 주시겠습니다. 역시나 박수 부탁드리겠습니다. 아, 정말 빨간색이 잘 어울리는 홍정민 선수인데요. 앞에 봐주시고요. 기념사진 진행하겠습니다. 이번 대회 와이어 투 와이어 우승을 차지한 홍정민 선수. 자, 다음으로는 놀부 황희 이사회 박미희 의장님께서 전통과 현대의 아름다움을 담은 챔피언 트로피를 전달해 주시겠습니다. 네, 직접 축하할 트로피를 전해주시죠. 네, 축하합니다. 이렇게 시즌 3승을 얻으면서 본인의 커리어 하이 시즌을 달성하게 되었습니다. 그러면서 통산 4승을 기록한 홍정민 선수인데요. 자, 트로피에 이어서 우승 상금 2억 1,600만 원을 전달해 주시겠습니다. 네, 큰 박수 보내주시죠. 자, 그러면서 시즌 상금 12억을 돌파하게 됐고요. 상금 랭킹 1위로 올라서게 됐습니다. 네, 다시 한번 축하의 박수 보내주시기 바랍니다. 모션베드 앤 가누라 베개 세트를 전달해 주셨습니다. 감사합니다. 다음은 KL푸드 놀부 황희 마스터즈 초대 챔피언을 위해서 한국의 맛을 살리는 KL푸드 전문 외식기업 놀부와 요리의 가치를 더하는 식자재 전문기업 황희가 함께 특별한 세리머니를 준비했습니다. 바로 챔피언 한상입니다. 네, 홍정민 선수에게 챔피언 한상이 준비되어 있는데요. 성화대 20년 경력, 1004년 셰프가 KL푸드 놀부 황희 마스터즈 기간 동안 정성스럽게 준비한 챔피언 한상입니다. 여러분 박수 보내주시기 바랍니다. 정말 이 홍정민 프로만을 위한 특별함으로 기억될 한상인데요. 대회를 치르느라 너무나 고생 많으셨습니다. 네, 셰프님께서 직접 설명을 해주셨습니다. 드시고 계시는데 홍정민 프로님 맛있게 즐겨주시길 바라겠습니다. 네, 정말 대회에서나 고생이 많았던 홍정민 프로인데요. 잘 보이게 보쌈을 들어줬습니다. 이 든든한 보쌈 한 입이 정말 이 홍정민 프로에게 큰 힘이 될 것 같네요. 네, 한 입이 아니라 두 입을 먹고 있는데 홍정민 프로 맛있나요? 네, 정말 맛있게 먹고 있는 것 같습니다. 네, 좋습니다. 이렇게 홍정민 프로만을 위한 특별한 한상이 준비됐습니다. 네, 감사합니다.
Well, it's a feast fit for a champion, and I would imagine Hong Jung-min worked up quite the appetite. An incredible performance to win the inaugural K-Food Nolboo Hwami Masters, the third of the season for our deserved champion. Fending off, and it really was fending off at the end, wasn't it? An incredible push from some familiar faces and some new faces to the final round pressures of a Sunday. So Gyo-reum deserves a ton of applause. Lee Se-eun, the low amateur, 3 under is where she would finish this event at the 88th. Park Ju-young, great to see her back on the podium, finishing 3rd with a 10 under score. Lee Dae-yeon, 67. Song Eun-ah, the rookie sensation, another fabulous showing for her. Finish inside of the top 5 with Yoo Hyun-jo, who was a few putts away from really making it interesting Sunday for a player who has all but dominated 2025. And we're getting close to the point at which we have to say that's the same thing for Hong Jung-min, who, by my quick math, is now the leader in the prize money rankings with only 4 tournaments to go in the race to the Wii Mix Championship. So we'll bid farewell to the 88 Country Club. What a fabulous host it has been. The tournaments might have changed over the years, but the scenery certainly remains as beautiful as ever, and we're thankful for significantly less rain over the weekend. We will head north. We will head north to Lakewood, where we will play in Yeongju-si, 72 holes of stroke play golf for another 1.2 billion won purse up at Lakewood and another 108 players in the field. Park Bo-gyum, the defending champion. All that action gets underway on Thursday. But for now, it's so long from Yongin. My thanks to you for your continued support and viewership of the KLPGA Tour and our fabulous crew that puts these tournaments together so that you can join us from wherever in the world you are, sharing a love for this wonderful sport we call golf. I've been Adam Jenkins. Thanks so much. We will chat to you on Thursday. Until then, leaving you with some of the sights and sounds of the K-Food Nolboo Hwami Masters, a 4th career victory for Hong Jung-min.